Hi guys, I'm Kaz. I own Leap of Faith Coaching Services and I help clients to be their best version. Today, I'm doing the top characteristics and personality traits of light workers. So what is a light worker? A light worker is somebody who feels that they have come to Earth at this time for a particular kind of mission. They feel that they are here to sort of do something, even though a lot of the time they don't know what it is that they need to do. The books that are amazing for this subject are Dolores Cannon's 3 Works of Volunteers and the raw material. I'll post links in the description section for both of those, and I'll also post a link for the raw material because you can get it on YouTube completely on audio. I think it's about 15 hours long though, but I'll post a link for that as well. So light workers are people that believe that they are on Earth at this time for a particular mission to raise the collective consciousness of humanity in order for humanity to be able to complete this ascension or the shift successfully. So the top characteristics of light workers, because light workers come from other planets, they are thought to have brought with them special gifts and personality traits that are massively needed at this time. The background for this being that humanity as a whole has been infiltrated by negative, non-benevolent entities, and we have been tricked into a prison, a frequency prison of fear and other negative emotions. Because there's an emotional scale, there's a vibrational frequency. Every emotion that we feel has its own unique frequency. The higher up you go, like the love, the joy, the elation, the higher your vibrate. The lower down you go, depression, fear, anxiety, the lower, more dense vibration you're kind of emitting. Because of where we are in our cycles of Earth, we're about to move into another place. Well, we are moving into a different place in space, and the density of that place is less dense. And in order to ascend, we, as well as the planet, needed to raise its vibration. So the planet was going to ascend anyway, Earth was going to ascend anyway, but humanity would not have been able to go with it if the consciousness was at the level that it's been at since the dawn of dot. Because of the negative infiltration, we've been kept in an emotional prison of fear, of hate, war, jealousy. All of the negative emotions that you can think of have been kind of impressed on us. We've adopted them, and collectively we've therefore manifested them. And in order to ascend and to get to a place where none of this shit goes on, we needed to increase our vibration. And so light workers heard the call from humanity that things were not quite right, and came down from other planets in order to help raise their vibration and the vibration of people around them. There were a lot of traits that are very, very similar for all light workers, and so I'm going to discuss sort of the main ones for these. And that's how you can kind of tell whether you might be a light worker, because as much as you think that this is a normal, that these qualities are quite normal and common, they're actually really not that common. And if you've got quite a lot of them, then you may very well be a light worker. So the main characteristics of light workers are they're very service to others orientated. They are very for the collective, for the group, rather than for themselves. So they're very polarized into doing things for others, going out of their way to help other people. There may be nurses, there could be healers, there could be a range of kind of professions, but they are orientated and massively polarized to helping others. I remember as a child as well, like so weird. I literally, all I ever wanted to do was figure out the best way to help people and to do that. And light workers have that in common. There is a need and a desire and a something that you just never get rid of, push towards being of service to people, helping others. However that manifests, you could be working in a shop and just be going out of your way to give that extra customer service. It's those that are going out of their way. It's those that are the ones that help the underdog. It's those that are massively orientated towards being of service to others rather than being of service to self. Number two, massive one. A lot of light workers have felt like they're not really from this planet. As children, they felt like they were from a different place in space. There's some in Dolores Cannon's book where there's kids that are asking their mum and dads to go home. Their mum and dads are like, well, you're our home. And they're like, no, this place is not my home, because there was still a knowing that they were not from Earth. So that persists throughout life, that feeling that you just don't sort of quite fit in here, and that you're just a little bit different from other people. Number three, light workers tend to really care about animal welfare. And not all are vegetarians or vegans, but quite a lot are. But very much for animal rights, very much for not able to see any kind of abuse at all animals. You would definitely not find people like that watching dog fighting or anything horrific. They can't sort of, light workers cannot stand to see animals in pain or to see other people in pain, because it's just not in their nature. It's not, it didn't happen in their planet. There wasn't this kind of polarity in behaviour and emotion, and there wasn't the negativity that there is. And so it's very difficult for a lot of light workers to understand that and to be like that, especially with violence as well. A lot of light workers are very against violence or find it very difficult because we're empaths, and because we feel other people's emotions and feelings a lot more. It's difficult to take in any kind of negative violence or extreme negative emotion. Another trait of light workers is that there's just a connection to the stars, or there's a connection to the sea, or there's a connection to fairies, or there's a connection to mermaids. There's a connection to something that you can't quite put your finger on why you're kind of drawn to that, but you feel that you are drawn to it. And again, that just adds to the feeling like a bit of an odd one out. Also may have wanting to do esoteric type things, wanting to learn tarot, wanting to do psychic healings, all of that kind of leaning, all of them tendencies are very much light worker tendencies, because that was quite normal possibly where you came from. People were moving things with their minds, people were floating around in the air, and so being drawn to the mystical stuff like that is more normal for light workers. And the last one, light workers often feel like there's something that they're supposed to remember, or that there's a mission that they're supposed to be doing that they haven't quite figured out what it is. And that is because a lot of us have been kind of timed and triggered to awaken at a certain time. Before my kind of awakening, there was just this random feeling, like at the back of my mind all the time, that there was something I needed to know. There was a part of the puzzle that I hadn't found, and I just was searching so much to figure out what that was. And then when you do awaken, all of the pieces of the puzzle fit perfectly in place again. But yeah, you may have that feeling that you're needing to do something or needing to remember something that you can't quite remember. And that's for a reason. That is the universe trying to help us wake up. So I'm going to do loads more videos on stuff like this, and this is definitely the direction I'll be going in future. So if this doesn't resonate with you, then again, just skip to the next videos. Post links below on the book, The Raw Material, Dolores Cannon's book, as well as links for Aaron Doughty, Infinite Waters, Victor Odo, and Nikki Sutton. I found them so helpful through my awakening process and the dark night of the soul and all that I'll definitely share them. If you've got any questions at all on light workers, on what to do if you are a light worker, or on where to look for more information, just pop it in the comment section below and I'll post and definitely get back to you on that. I know how difficult this awakening process can be, how much you sort of think you're going bonkers at times. So if I can be of any help at all or point you in any right direction, just let me know. Thank you again for your time and hope you all have an awesome day. See you later.